When a bad Roblox game is played by the average player, they will instinctively leave if there isn't something extraordinary happening, because there is no popularity bias to go off of. This leaves the hours of hard work from the developers of these games to waste, and the content in the game is never fully explored, leaving potentially a great experience with a way to complete it hidden beneath dissatisfaction. In this video, I will be taking the honor of playing 4 very bad games to the fullest extent, and then giving an honest review and a 1 out of 5 star rating. In the future, I plan to play games that you guys have made and requested in the comments, but since I don't have that right now, I'll be using Super Game Roulette. Upon first notice, there are 4 tools you are given, but almost all of them are broken. There is a nuke launcher here, but we'll get to that later. At the top left, you'll see varying buttons, and pressing them will actually speed you up. The obby is very easy, and there isn't much if you win, except for this tool giver, which gives crawl, but it's broken. Over here is a black box labeled owner only, and it will kill you upon touching it. Don't be fooled by this marble on the ground, it is a trap and will kill you as well. Upon inspection of the inside, there are daggers and giant flaming orbs. I don't know why the owner kept these away from the public, but they're there. Now onto the nuke launcher. Pressing it will start a timer, and once it hits 0, a nuke will launch and will basically destroy everything except the owner box. I don't know why he kept that safe. Also, at this point, the orb you're meant to practice with will kill you if you equip it. Okay, review time. I did like how there were traps set up in an obstacle course to complete, but the reward was broken. I'm not sure what the point of the nuke was, but I think it was some kind of leveling system. I'm not a big fan of the owner teasing me with his owner only box, and the items need to be fixed. This game starts us off with some instructions about killing monkeys, and the setting is in a restaurant with some fires in the back, and a display of our money. It unfortunately isn't possible to kill the customers. In front of the restaurant is a store, and this is where we get our supplies of monkeys. I bought 2 and couldn't afford anything else, so I left back to the kitchen and started frying them. I went looking around for monkeys and didn't worry about when they'd be done, because I can hear them frying no matter how far I am. I found some weird structure, but you can't get into it. Took note of how the sun seems to be setting, so maybe monkeys come at night. Back at the restaurant, I grabbed my cooked monkeys. I first served the empty table by accident, and then 1 table of customers. I needed some more monkeys, so I grabbed the last stock and started cooking those. Since the store was out of stock, I went hunting for some monkeys, but I couldn't find anything. Back at the kitchen, I grabbed my monkeys and gave them to our loyal customers. I also did a last check at the store, but I only found a human in the ground. Checking again, and there's no monkeys. I do appreciate how the toilet functions well. After I washed my hands, I went looking yet again, but still nothing. I waited until day arose again. There's still nothing that happened, and certainly no monkeys. For this game, I really like how there's something to do and get money by selling monkeys, buying stuff from the shop, and the kitchen actually working immerses you in. The biggest problem with this game is that the monkeys didn't seem to spawn in.
And no offense to the developer's mom or anything, but the map is just bland.
Right off the bat, there looks to be some weird furry thing going on. Like, I get it if it's your thing, but I would really expect it if you don't shove it in my face right as I spawn in. Inside is some man telling me that tonight is the night, whatever that means. This dude says that they're out of snacks, but that's actually a lie. If you look over, there's snacks right next to him. You can see some road signs on the wall, so I think this place doubles as a driver's ed class. Inside the actual theater, people are already sitting and watching, so I joined them. The movie's kinda cool and all. I like how everything is not moving, representing stillness in times of distress. Very poetic. You can actually play in the movie if you want to, which is amazing. It's an amazing cool feature. The sword is probably a prop though, because it does not seem to work at all. As well as all the other tools, which are broken. You can become a worker. It doesn't do anything else though. Free will is stripped away here, and you can't do anything else except be at the theater. So you're kind of stuck here. Okay, review time. The game was actually not clickbait. There is a theater like the title promised, and the fact that you can be an actor is astonishing to me. The pretty colors do intrigue me. I like that a lot. The employees are actually nice and they're welcoming. The items don't work, and there's a furry. That's a negative. Okay, this is a horror game, but I think it's a bad version of one. Over here there's a shop where you can buy certain items, and the currency is custards, so that will be what's displayed from now on. Over here is a disco pad, which I really like. The only bad thing is that nobody's here with me, so I'm kind of lonely. Outside's kind of barren, there's nothing out here, except this dude who's chilling here. He does nothing. Upstairs is some hats which you can wear. I really like these hats. To actually get in the game, you got to click on this little part here and teleport here. It is very dark out here, and with the starter flashlight you can barely see, but I started looking for the custards, which you can find just laying around in a random location. I keep finding more and more, and then I find the golden custard, which gives 5 custards. I got my 10th one and reset, and it tried jump scaring me, but it didn't. In fact, it actually just pissed me off. Back at the shop I buy the silver flashlight, and I want to save it for the golden one. The silver flashlight is actually a lot better and helps me to find some more custards easier. I find this huge cave, and I think something huge could be there, but it's just another custard. That reminds me, there isn't anything but custards in this whole game. Not once have I seen a Teletubby or any other killer. There's also a couple fake gold custards, and that just adds to my anger. I came across this gold custard on top of the tree, so that's kind of cool. Finally, I bought the golden flashlight, but I realized I had 5 extra, so I got the realistic one as well. The realistic one is kind of cool, it adds some immersion by going with your mouse, but the golden one, the golden one, there's no difference.
I literally spent all that time getting these stupid custards, and there's no difference between the 10 custards and 20 custards one. Why would they even do this one?
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. This was just part 1 of the series. I really hope I can get some of your guys' games into these videos. So please, if you do have a game, just comment it down below and I will review it. Just make sure it's at least playable and will not scam my time. Thank you. That would be great. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, and stay tuned for part 2.